Last week I had the opportunity to catch up with someone who's moved his whole team and even some of his clients to the Huly platform. Ryan Luttrell is the CEO and founder of Outside the Box, a digital marketing agency based in Calgary, Canada. Ryan's team delivers high-quality websites, software solutions, and digital marketing campaigns to clients all around the world. Ryan shared his experience since moving his team to Huly and how the platform has helped him and his team manage their client projects. I hope you enjoy our conversation as much as I did. Now let's get into it. So nice to meet you, and thanks for taking the time to do this today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. I am, like I said in my message, I'm a huge Huey fan, so happy to help in any way that I can.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'd love to hear how you first found out about Huly and what other tools you were using before Huly and how everything's been going just in general so far.
Yeah, you bet. So I actually heard about Huey from a LinkedIn post. I think it was actually from Pixel Point because I
Oh,
follow
okay.
them
Yeah.
and I saw the design just of the homepage and I was like, wow, this is an exceptional design as well as a build from the development perspective. I was just like, it was fun conceptualizing that. And previous to using Huey, we were using Slack, Google Drive. We had just switched to using Jira.
Uh-huh.
What else were we using? I don't know, a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Bamboo HR, and saw Huey and was like, okay, it's really early, but it looks like it could be a tool in the future as things continue to develop that replaces a lot of the tools that we're using, as well as a lot of the pain points we have of making sure everything is connected and coming up with some sort of system to allow it to all be connected.
Yeah, you guys are fairly new, right? I saw on your website that you start in 2020, is that right?
That's exactly it. Yeah. So
Okay.
we started in 2020, but it was more of just as like a side project.
Okay.
And then about a year and a half later is when it kind of when our agency really started to be a full-fledged, full-time thing where we had employees and all that good sort of stuff.
I was looking at your website a little bit and it seems like you have a lot of different kinds of projects going on. And I was curious, how you're managing your different client projects, like if you have everything in one workspace or if you're how you're kind of dividing things up. Can you tell me more about how that's working for you?
Totally. So I'm actually doing two different setups just because of like we're pretty flexible as a company with how we work for our clients and
Mhm.
the role that we play. So a lot of our clients were a resource for them to use when they need support, all those sorts of things, whether it's development, digital marketing, social branding, all that kind of stuff. And so we have the majority of our clients in a single workspace and we've broken them down by projects. And
Okay.
then within projects, we use like the task system. We were using components for a while as like different
Hmm.
projects within a specific client, but it didn't feel like the components was like a fully built out
Yeah.
product yet. And
Yeah.
so we've ran into some limitations. So we've used a lot of tagging
Okay.
to get around that. And then with one of our clients where our agency is like kind of leading their technical team,
Hmm.
we created an entire new workspace for
Okay.
them, and we actually have their entire company now running on Huly as well.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think honestly that's been one of the really nice things that I would say has differentiated Huly for us is just the level of flexibility. Like I can go in and build out whatever schema I want for whatever component, or that's a bad term, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
whatever chunk of knowledge that I want to store and link it up however I want to other pieces. And I think that alone has been a game changer for us.
And do your clients have, so I know you have the separate workspace for that specific project. Do you have any clients that have access to your workspace, or is it just for your internal use?
We have one client that has access to their specific project. So
Okay.
like we've by default made all of our projects private, and then I've
Yeah.
granted access to our team to all of them, with the exception of one that I've created an account for, like kind of our main connection at a client to use.
Okay.
Again, that felt like a bit of a workaround.
Yeah.
Um, so it would be something that would be fantastic to see in the future. But
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
We actually already have a way for you to interact with the Huly workspace from Telegram. I don't know if you're familiar with Telegram. It's kind of like a WhatsApp, and basically Huly will feed in any kind of like activity updates into that messaging app, and then you're able to like respond from your phone. So that's kind of like the next step towards having a more like Slack-like communication system.
Awesome. No, that totally makes sense. That's really cool. I'm actually using the desktop app now, and
Good.
it's been great. Really happy with it. So can't wait for the mobile app to come too.
Yeah, definitely. So besides separating things into different projects, what are some of the features that you're finding most useful for your workflows right now?
Probably the most valuable, or one of the most valuable ones, is being able to link a ticket in a conversation or having conversations around a specific ticket.
Okay.
We haven't fully migrated over from Slack yet, but we're in the process of doing it for both. And I think once there's a mobile app where we can do that, like it's a no-brainer at that point.
Yeah.
But I think that's one that we really, really love because it just helps contextualize the conversation around a specific ticket. The biggest pro and the biggest con is that Huly is a young company that's moving really fast. And they have a vibrant community. I'm part of the, as you know, Slack community that their team is unbelievably responsive to. And so if you have problems, because it's a young company, which are likely, they're going to respond to them quickly and you're going to get the support you need. But most things just work, which is great. And the big thing that I've actually talked to, I know a few other agency owners in Calgary who are now using Huly as well. And the reason I sold them on it was just like, do you really want to keep using all of these tools? And think about where this product is at now and where it could be a year from now or 2 years from now. It's a no-brainer to make the switch because it's already so advantageous to have everything in one spot. And it's only going to get better as those links get stronger, as it becomes a bit more dynamic, as products get more fleshed out. It's been so valuable for my team. And like what I've said to others is like, and I think it's no-brainer that you should change to Huly.
It's really encouraging just because we are so young that like we're headed in the right direction and that people are already excited, because the last thing we want is to have like, you know, especially with the Pixel Point post, to have a bunch of people coming to like an incomplete product, which it is still, you know, obviously there's a lot still in development, but to hear that people are already like able to see the potential and get use from it right now is really, really encouraging. So yeah, I definitely appreciate that.
No, it's awesome. I love it. Just so you know my context, before running this agency, I ran growth engineering teams. So I'm used to like, oh, we're going to build this as quickly as possible, test it, see if users want this, get the data, and then move on. So I think that also helps when adopting a product earlier. It's like, oh yeah, of course, you guys are figuring it out. Awesome. I get to be along for that ride. That's a lot of fun.
Well, I won't take any more of your time, but I really appreciate it. And thank you so much. And hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday.
Yeah, you too. Take care. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, you as well. If you have a story about how your team is using Huly, I'd love to hear from you. Join our Slack community or reach out by email to get in touch. Thanks, and see you in the next one.